kind of spooky.
Very
I don't know
spooky.
if it's the spookiest intro, but
Very good.
pretty decent.
Very good.
Hey, you look great, man.
Thanks.
Don't ever
Change.
let anybody tell you that you don't, because you
Didn't
don't.
know we were wearing costumes today. Otherwise, I would have
That's
dressed
the
up.
funniest joke still. The funniest joke.
I haven't used that before.
We said it the first week.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't use
Well, welcome to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan,
that. I'm John.
and together we are
Ryan and John.
on the couch, as always, producer Cara Philly and the lovely Annie Scoveman. Let's talk about our costumes this week,
kind of
eh?
a big
Cara,
week.
you want to start us off?
Sure. I don't think I needed much explaining if you're watching this on YouTube, but for those just Spotify, the listeners,
Go ahead.
I am.
Which I will say, it's jarring to listen to the show.
That's what the reviews say. It's
Yeah.
a lot.
I am Buzz Lightyear today.
Nice.
Yes.
You got kind of like a winter cap on.
I want to show you a picture
It's Buzz
of
Lightyear
Buzz
in the
Lightyear.
winter.
He has a full-on headpiece thing.
That guy's bald.
So
That guy's
no,
bald.
no, you both are psycho.
He has a little,
You
He's
both
bald.
are psycho. He has a cap.
Okay.
Even
Oh.
look
You're
at
like-
look at. Ha.
Is she
like-
Buzz Lightyear or
Is
Jeff
that his
Bezos?
head?
I
Is
would
that
say
his
you're,
head?
you're
Or is
Buzz
that a cap?
It's a
Lightyear.
cap.
You're
It's a
Buzz
skin-tight
Lightyear
cap?
Yes.
in the fall. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
because like you know when you put on
Yes.
Like
you
with
know when
Breeze.
astronauts
Yes.
put on their like helmets
Yes.
and they have
in
like that.
Chicago.
You're Buzz Lightyear in the winter.
Yeah.
You know?
That's nice.
You both suck.
You can cut to me now.
Super tasteful.
I am
You can
a
cut to
red
me.
hot chili pepper. When I get to give it to your mama.
Oh,
Right?
nice. Very nice. That is what I
I'm a
wasn't
red hot chili
expecting.
pepper.
I thought you were just
that
a pepper.
was the big twist. Oh, you thought I was just a pepper?
I know. Much
How
my
dare you?
mistake.
That's so
really.
rude.
I'm actually
sorry.
specifically a spicy Thai chili.
Very nice.
Wow.
Go ahead,
Very
John.
nice.
What are you?
I'm Tinky Winky from the Teletubbies.
If you couldn't tell.
Okay.
This is my sign.
This is my sign. I'm a Virgo.
I'm a Virgo.
Wow.
Cool.
Thank you.
The purple
you
guy.
Are Tinky Winky.
I'm the purple guy, yeah.
In my head, that show, the purple guy was the dad, and the green
really?
guy
I don't
was
think I had
was
the-
mom.
You made them a family?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
going to say.
yeah.
You
I,
said
I
Well,
suppose I
well,
did.
Oh,
Poe
you
was
made
the
them a
little
family.
I
kid.
was
What does
a
that
little
make him
kid,
like-
and
what does
then
that say about your
Lala
psyche?
was
Like
the
the
like
older
daughter.
sister, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Whoa.
Thank you.
But I had it reversed.
You guys are both screwed up. That's good.
So did you think Tinky Winky was the mom?
Well, because Tinky Winky carried a purse.
Oh wow, that says
Didn't
a lot
bring
about
the
you.
purse.
Annie,
I
eh?
just
Didn't
separated
bring
them.
your
I
purse.
guess I didn't.
Oh,
I
gender
didn't,
norms. Here we go.
Whoa.
Time to
Okay.
cancel Annie.
I just
No,
separated
she'll
them
do it
into.
herself.
Cancel.
Give her
I
a
separated
second.
them into genders.
I think I based it on the voices, the voice
Yeah,
actors.
this one was a little deeper.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Go
You
ahead,
carried a
Annie.
purse.
What so what are you over there?
Yeah.
Listen, this is just turned into how long will it take me to get myself canceled?
This is, I gotta say, pretty funny, honestly. Not
No,
gonna
it's
lie.
good. It's good.
I my crutch is over there, but I have a name tag and it reads, "Hello, my name is Crippling Depression." I'm in all black, and I have a brace and a head wound.
You're crippled.
I'm crippled and depressed.
I think it's the depression that's crippling
It's
you.
a
Yeah,
good
that-
joke.
It's a
Look,
great joke.
it's a great
but
joke,
We gotta
even.
stop. Next week
Wow.
will be a little lighter.
No. I want you
Maybe
to double
I have
down
crippling
next
depression
week.
from student loan debt.
Oh, which was brought on by
By Monica
Lewinsky.
Yes.
Oh man, it's all you.
Okay,
you really
it's a
thought
story.
this
She's
through.
going for a
It's
narrative.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Little
a
did I
story.
know.
Hey, 3 name tags down, just 99 more to go,
99
right? 999,000 left.
Oh my god.
Who knows? We'll
Who
see
knows?
what next week is.
Who knows what
So
next week
funny.
may bring. Well, good job, everybody. One more week of the spooky season. Can you believe that we're just... How many times do you think I'm going to punch my microphone? Just
Probably
straight up.
a couple times.
Just punch it.
A couple times.
Punch it. One more week left of October after this.
Kind of sad. It went by fast.
Yeah, it really did. Well, the year, in my opinion, is just blasting by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
But c'est la vie. So here
Yes.
we are. We, frankly...
Why
Well,
do
we're
you-
out of things to talk about.
I was gonna
Nothing left.
pose something that's not
Oh, please.
not super serious.
Go
but
ahead.
Why do you think that specifically in my hand here? This is how the Teletubbies are.
Yep.
2 fingers. Why do you think people like make characters with just like
It's easy to draw.
Really?
and animate. Yes, that has to be
But
the only
Teletubbies
reason.
was never
Teletubbies is a
animated.
live action show. Maybe they're just
The costuming,
the costumes are easier to make.
and they don't want to
Or
make
it's
them look like
soft.
humans.
It's
Yeah.
soft and like friendly,
Soft.
right?
Yeah, it's probably
a mitten
easier
is
for
inherently
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I meant like
And
friendly.
they want to stay.
A
They want to
finger
stay
is
as
like
far
kind
away
of scary.
as human-like as possible. Because if Teletubbies had human
So
fingers,
you're thinking like if it's
You're-
not
Okay,
a human,
but they kind of have human-like features though.
no, they
Their
don't.
stomachs are literally television.
pull up a picture. I need
Okay,
to see
that's
it.
true.
I need
That's
to
true.
see it. I need
But
to
their
see a photo.
faces are like, I guess they're kind of like monkey-ish.
Okay, we gotta see the photo because
Yeah.
Now we
I
gotta-
can't remember it now.
I remember being obsessed with that show
I would-
though, and my
yeah, they're pretty
parents
creepy.
hated it.
I would use my phone, but it's on the inside, and
Yeah.
I'm never getting.
I
that
heard
out.
I
on the
heard a thing
inside.
about
Gosh, they are terrifying.
the
Let's
kid
pop
who
it on the
was.
screen, eh?
You know how
Yeah.
the son had a baby in it?
What? Wait,
Yeah.
what?
The son, like
Go
the
ahead.
I never
the-
watched this.
I grabbed
enough.
the wrong remote. I don't have
Oh,
the
the
switcher.
sun.
the son
Yes.
in the like in the world.
and it
of-
was a crying, laughing
there's like
baby.
a little laughing
Not
baby
crying,
in
I
it.
guess it was more
that
like it was
laughing
laughing.
baby is 23
Good
now.
throw, huh?
Wow.
That makes sense.
What if they saw that throw on
But isn't
the
that crazy?
video?
You're like
Pretty creepy.
they
Come
try to make like
on,
a new
switcher.
animated version
She,
of the
is she giving you a hard
Teletubbies.
time?
When I
Did
think of-
they?
yeah, I think
Animated?
yeah, like when I was
Your phone's
at
also.
some grade school age, and it did not do well because I think
Oh,
Here we are.
yeah.
Okay,
that's
tell me their eyes
terrifying.
aren't a little bit human-like.
They are. They look like humans wearing a costume.
I want to tell you. I need you to
Or
talk
like
more
monkeys.
about
Monkey
the
humans.
They
I wanna
are
talk-
monkey humans.
Talk more about the family dynamic you guys created
That
because
was-
never in
that
my
was the
life.
mom.
had I
Tinky
ever
Winky's
heard of this.
definitely the dad.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. The purple one was the
What?
dad.
I always thought that Tinky Winky was like the little, like smallest child, like the
No,
youngest.
It's Poe. Poe had a scooter. Poe was the best.
Because I separated them
Dipsy.
from gender
Ready? Tinky
and like
Winky.
as siblings.
The green one was Dipsy. In my head, it was the mom.
That's Poe.
Poe and,
and
then
Lala.
Lala.
Poe had the most personality too. I remember.
Poe
that.
and Dipsy were the boys for me, and Tinky Winky and Lala were the
You
girls.
can thank my
Tinky
sister
Winky
for
just sounds like
decision because
Now this is based on, I guess, nothing. But Tinky Winky sounds like a boy name.
Oh, look at that's all very different things. So
Yep.
yeah, Lala had like a giant ball. Poe had the cool scooter. Tinky
Tinky
Winky had a
Winky's-
purse. A
my
purse.
purse.
Tinky
I guess
Winky-
I never.
Dudes could have purses.
Dudes
A
can't have
merce.
purses.
It's your, very
and a
your
hat.
best.
The hat.
I guess that's a tough one to swing in the '90s, though. Like, were dudes walking around with purses?
They
as
are
much?
terrifying.
Well, I suppose
You know,
they
and
were.
then they had the thing they ate was like this
The cookies.
goo. Oh, they had cookies. I remember like a pink goo.
Teletubby. Yes, and then they had the monster, the like
Baby
vacuum,
Baby
The
son.
vacuum.
the robot vacuum that came out and like cleaned up all the pink goo.
Baby
Yeah,
son.
That baby son. That
Teletubby
girl's now
toast.
like in her.
They were making
mid-20s.
Teletubby toast.
Yeah,
and they
Teletubby
put jam
toast.
on it,
And they
then the
burn
jam
it
got everywhere.
most of the time.
It's
And they
surprising
had
that
to
they use the
vacuum it
same
up.
baby. I would think that they just would like use
Well, it's
whatever
the same
baby was
recording.
available. Oh,
Yeah.
It showed a
Changed
picture of
it.
her. Did you show that already?
No, there she is.
There's the girl.
Finally
Wow.
breaks
She's
her
cute.
silence. Wow.
Thank God. We need to hear.
I've
She
been
probably has
wondering
lots
where
of
she's
memories
been.
Yes,
on the
she's like,
Teletubby show.
No.
Yep.
She's like, I'm told I'm the baby.
She said craft services was rough.
What's what's the closest like to a celebrity you've ever gotten? Like or like
Like-
a random one. Like did you ever know like a kid that was a celebrity or
Oh,
like
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There were two kids. The two, I mean, it was one baby in The Hangover. I've never seen The Hangover, but the baby in The Hangover, they were twins and they went to my church.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I think I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Really?
The
I've never
Hangover-
seen it,
You,
but-
you ever seen The Hangover?
No.
You guys seen The Hangover?
Oh yeah.
Pretty funny. We got a baby on board.
I think that's
Never
it. Oh,
seen it.
my
Any
the
connection
TV
to
off.
celebrities, John?
my brother's friend Cheyenne was the little girl in Premonition.
Oh wow.
I don't know that movie.
It's a Sandra Bullock movie. It's pretty good.
Is it scary?
It's pretty spooky.
Premonition
It is a
sounds
little
scary.
spooky.
That's pretty spooky.
I don't think I know anybody that.
Any child actors?
No, I don't think I know anybody. Unfortunately,
That's
You know
sad.
any?
No, I don't think so.
So I did
Just posing a
stint,
question.
I did the stint in the child acting ring
Very
You
nice.
back
did?
in the day.
you
yeah.
got asked several times. Your mom never let
Yeah,
you, right?
my mom. She's never gonna listen to it, so I can tell the story.
Yeah.
She
Yep.
isn't.
got-
Tear her.
I mean, yeah, she
Rip
is.
her open.
She hasn't watched the show. Seriously?
No, yeah.
Doesn't she? Isn't the
It's-
only thing she likes about your show is Ryan and I?
Yeah, and listen, yeah.
And she doesn't watch this show, which is
she
just
told me
Ryan
one
and
day,
I.
she goes, Annie, I love your show, but that one time you had those two guys on, they just have great podcast voices.
And she doesn't
Not
watch
that I
what
don't
the
love you-
podcast.
Not that I don't love your voice, honey. And I was like, thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Wow, Mom.
But I got scouted by Disney, and
That's right.
they said no. My parents said no.
Oh,
I
those
quote,
those
"They
were
didn't want to."
scams.
Well,
Were you like approached in a grocery
Not all of
store or
them.
at the mall?
Well, no,
Were
this
you
was at a
Wait a second.
fashion show.
I feel like you're holding back on a story, Cara.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
Cara
there
got
were
approached.
there were scouts and it's scams and it's like be on Disney, and these people would go up to you and be like, they go up to mom and be like, your daughters are beautiful. Here's my card. Go audition.
How do you know it's a scam? Because she did it.
Yes, because we've done it and it was fully like, oh, get their audition. If we choose you, you have to pay to be part of it. And
Pay
it was
to
like,
play.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, you know
no.
what?
See, I did the
You're not
whole
gonna make
like
money unless you spend
auditioning.
money.
I auditioned in front of the guy from Zack and Cody, the bellboy.
Oh, welcome to the
Julio
Tip.
Ricardo
Oh,
Montoya
the-
Del
Yeah,
Rosa
Esteban. No,
Ramirez.
Esteban.
Ricardo did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You auditioned
I
for him?
in front of him. Yeah.
That's so funny.
To be the next Esteban.
To be like, yeah, on like the like the Disney 365 or whatever, like kind of
Yes.
stuff. It was like an
Oh.
offshoot of that.
Remember those?
Yes.
It was in like
looking at over there, John?
365.
I'm looking at how long these wicks are, but that's no here they are. There.
Oh,
Look how
wow.
long they are.
Wow.
But they're not like burning. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Should we trim them?
Maybe.
Nah.
not right now for
While they're
Pick Up
lit.
a Fire.
I'll tell you what. The coolest guy I ever thought that had a good gig was Mike from Mike's Super Short Show. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Man, I wanted to be Mike so bad. He was
Mike's
so
Super Short
cool.
Show.
He was so
That's
cool.
funny.
Because he'd talk about like a new Disney movie coming out or a new
Yes.
Disney show.
Yep.
And he'd be like, it's starring, the guy, Max Keeble's Big Moves coming out. And whatever. Like, Mike would be like, and his little sister was there, and he'd like,
Mike, Super
Susie,
Short
get
Show.
out of my room. And she's like, but you got to tell him about the new movie.
Yeah, it's good. I haven't heard that. In a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you go,
so-
Mike, Super Short Show.
I knew a kid who almost, I mean, like, I knew people in commercials, obviously, but, like,
Sure.
I knew a girl who was, like, in the running to be in Chronicles of Narnia. The little girl, the little sister.
Lucy.
Lucy. She was in, like, the final, like, 20 for Lucy.
Wow.
Well, we know. I
Dang.
mean, I think I knew of like people who had kids that were like in the industry or at
Sure.
least trying, but nobody that got anything.
But I think,
cool.
like, San Diego's that weird spot where, like, it's easy enough to go up and, like, do
Drive to
extra
LA.
work in
Yeah.
LA.
Yep.
But, like, if you're actually going to make it, like, eventually your family would have to move. Hence
Were
why my
you-
parents gave up.
Were you ever part of San Diego Model Management?
No.
That was like the biggest.
Sorry,
It's
what?
like all they did for you was take your like model photos
Oh.
and then send them out to people, and you never got anything except if you're Emma Philly and got everything.
I guess you do.
Whoa,
get
So I
there's
guess
some.
some
you do get
bitterness
stuff
there,
then.
some sibling rivalry.
But that was
Let's
like
talk about it.
that
We're gonna
was
have
like
to-
the
we're gonna have to have
you don't
Emma
have to
on for the
audition for
tell-all.
them. You like pay for them to take your
sure.
photos, and you're part of the whole team.
I say yes.
Oh.
Well,
Yes.
That's
sorry about that, honey.
crazy.
Sorry you
She's
didn't
like-
make it to
She's
the top
like,
there.
except for Emma.
It's fine. Literally, when we found out about it, I was in my real awkward stage. So my picture's not cute.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Do you have a
calm
photo
down.
What?
though? Do you have something that you could show on the screen though?
Yeah, those awkward photos. We
No,
got
they're at home.
framed.
Dang it.
They're at
Well,
home.
I want to pivot because I had a thought looking at these dum-dums here.
Oh, okay.
The candy bars are us.
The mystery flavor.
Got it.
No, you guys. Got them. The
Got 'em.
dum-dums. What do you think the mystery flavor is?
Isn't it like white something?
It's always
like white gummy.
Well, like mystery airheads are always like white.
Somebody said it was
Oh,
green
that's
apple.
right. Oh. They all
Any-
look different
any
colors.
bets?
The
I
middle
went
one
to
looks
have
One,
green.
and then
Do you think they're all
like,
gonna be the
it's
same,
always green
or-
apple, and I'm like,
Always?
I'm gonna
I
say
know.
one of them's watermelon.
I've never had the.
Interesting. You never had a
mystery
Are they
dum-dum?
going to be
dum-dum.
different colors?
I
Is
always
kinda
kinda
what I'm
stayed
wondering.
away.
That's
Yeah,
kind of what
maybe
I'm.
I'm just not
I'm wondering
risky
too.
like that.
Which
There's
from the
multiple
wrapper, it kind of
mysteries.
seems like they could be.
So can somebody Google the answer? Because that'd be kind of interesting. To
I
know
got
if
it.
there's
I
actual.
fact
I'm
checked.
Get
gonna
it,
do a
get it.
quick unboxing here. If you want to cut to my
Go
camera,
ahead. Cut to Ryan's camera.
we've got one. That's a light
Oh,
green.
Ooh.
We've got number 2.
That one's green too.
That's a dark
Oh,
green.
whoa.
It's definitely a different.
And finally,
so they're probably all similar flavors, maybe. Oh,
wow.
left
Oh,
field.
that's
I didn't
freaking
see that
gonna
one
be like
coming.
medicine cherry.
medicine cherry.
cherry.
Is that a flavor?
You want one of
No,
these, John?
you know, just like
I know.
cherry.
No, I'm okay.
Ooh, the
Okay.
mystery flavor pop is a mixture of 2 flavors that come together at the end of each batch of
That's
candy.
disgusting. That's disgusting. That's
So
how they make
Dum-Dums,
mystery things.
The
they
mystery
put
flavor
flavors
is literally
together.
the leftovers, and they just slap a wrapper
Mix
on
them.
it.
Yeah, that's smart. Is what that is. That's,
I wanna
That's
try
just
one.
good marketing and just
Give me the
shrinking your
light
margin.
green.
They're like, we don't even know what it is.
Okay, I guess I'm getting the
sorry.
freaking
It's such a
cherry.
mystery. We don't even know what it is.
I'm gonna try light green. You want to try
Yeah, I'll try the dark
green? There you go. Bottoms
say
up,
the-
a little mix up flavor.
Ryan, you go.
Yeah, it's like kind of limey,
Lime.
key lime.
Key
I
lime?
would say.
I would say that this is green apple.
Green apple.
There it is.
There you go.
It's always green apple.
Oh gosh.
I can't tell.
She
Okay,
hates
I
it.
knew it. I freaking knew it.
It's like the cherry. So I think
John?
the batch.
How about a root
Like
beer?
what
You got a
two?
mystery?
What two do you think
there
they
you go.
used to make yours? Because if it's the two from
there
the end of the
another
batch,
mystery here?
I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
say strawberry lime. No, I dug through and looked, but there was only
I think
three.
it's watermelon green apple.
okay.
They were like,
mine's definitely cherry lime.
cherry
that's
lime.
cool.
Really?
I just
you
said that. Or no, I said strawberry lime.
This is cherry lime because it's a little bit medicine-y, but a little bit tart.
What's with the medicine-y thing? You don't like cherry flavoring?
No,
Hard
it tastes
candy's
like medicine.
Medicine.
Ugh. I just drooled also all
see,
over
here's
my
the thing.
chin.
I had this thing that
Pretty good. It tastes like root beer.
my parents, just, a little backstory. My parents are good parents, I promise.
Sure, maybe.
We'll be the judge.
We'll be the judge.
But I never had a problem with like medicine flavored. But the thing that I have now that
try.
I cannot do is peppermint schnapps. Because instead of like cough syrup, my dad would give us like
schnapps?
a little bit of peppermint schnapps that we
Yeah.
would have to like take.
What's peppermint?
Really, it's like
schnapps?
alcohol.
It's
like
alcohol.
liqueur.
Yeah, it's like a low dose kind of peppermint alcohol.
It's like the sweet stuff. Like
Now I understand why
Schnapps.
you gave us a warning beforehand.
my
I
parents
was like,
love me.
they're the great parents. He didn't let us
Because
get
at first
drunk
I
at
was
a young
like-
age.
That's a thing though. Like my dad always tells a story of like he would just like when he was sick they'd give him whiskey, like same kind of thing.
Yeah, and it
Hot
coats
toddy.
the alcohol
Yeah,
like
like a hot
coats your
toddy.
throat. And it works, but it's to the point where I was sick and I was coughing and he came down to give me schnapps and I was like, disgusting. No, like
So
I was
instead of
so-
like
wouldn't dream of
Vapo
it.
Rub,
yeah, they just would
Effervescence.
here's a little bit of schnapps. Here's a shot glass
oh my god,
as a child. And I was like, but it's now to the point where like if people put schnapps in hot chocolate, I'm like, "Ugh, gross.
Ew.
It's medicine.
I can't have
Love
like
it.
artificially
Love it.
peppermint
I don't think I've had it.
or just normal peppermint. I don't
Yeah.
like candy canes. I don't like little peppermints. I don't like lifesavers.
That's honestly
like
trash.
But
for
you like
though.
minty
No.
gum though.
Barely. I prefer fruity gum any day.
Gosh, this is ruining my case study all over again.
He's starting from
Starting from scratch.
erase
again.
the chalkboard.
I'm not surprised anymore. Like now
No,
when
it's
you
just-
Every
when you
time
say
Cara
something like
opens
I
her
hate
mouth, you're
mints,
like,
I'm like, of
of
course.
course.
I mean, like, of course, Cara hates
because
mints. You know what I'm saying?
Because of course.
Altoids, get those out of my face.
Oh, I could literally
Ugh.
eat an entire box of Altoids right now.
Do you remember the
I love me
Altoids,
some
the like
Altoids.
sour,
Yes,
sour
the
candy?
tangerine.
The
Yes.
tangerine that killed the roof of your mouth.
Yes,
Oh,
it just
so
absolutely
good.
shredded. So, what's the best Halloween candy?
This
What
is
did
good.
you trade?
Good transition, eh?
What did you trade?
I
as
would
a
always
kid?
trade candy for chocolate. Always.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're a big chocolate person. I found this out a couple
I'm a
weeks ago.
big,
I too.
but not dark
I'm a
chocolate.
big chocolate person.
Don't like dark chocolate.
I'll eat any kind of chocolate. I actually love dark chocolate.
I mean, when we were kids, it was always about the Reese's.
Yes.
Like Reese's were
Always.
like you were trading
Gold.
for Reese's
Yeah,
for sure.
of course.
Yep.
And
Kit Kat.
most underrated candy that I wish I would have like gave a shot as a kid
If I could go back,
was Twix because I like Twix. I think it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
I would always
it's kind of
trade
one
for
of
a
those
Twix.
things. Like I'll have a Twix like once a year, and then it's like that was good. Like I'm not like a. I'll go out of my way to get a Reese's.
That's
but
true.
a Twix, I'm like.
But I
no,
think I
thank you.
appreciate Twix more now.
Yeah.
I think
See,
mine-
As a kid, I was like, nah.
Butterfingers.
I was-
person.
Butterfingers.
And it was
About to
easy.
say
It was easy
Butterfinger.
to get those kids to trade
That's
for
right.
their
Oh yeah,
Butterfingers.
full size Butterfinger.
So when you were a kid,
Love
did you
Butterfinger.
you do the trick or treating, and then did you sit down with your siblings and cousins and go, like, lay your candy out and go, I'll trade you
Heck yeah. 2
lollipops for that Reese's? And you're
Yes.
I didn't have siblings
better
or
deal.
cousins my age, so no.
Like, you ever did that?
Yeah, for me it was
cool.
more like get all the Halloween candy and then it would all just like go in a bowl, you know, and then we just like eat it.
Oh, we separated
it was
our
definitely
bags.
like capitalism.
Did
with
your,
your
yeah,
your
yeah, we-
candy.
we-
It was
definitely
more.
made
It was
deals.
definitely more because like all October, there's like candy in a bowl and we're like eating it, because my mom will just like put out candy or whatever. She still does. If I go over there right now, there's probably a bowl of candy.
There is.
But
You walk in and there's Kit Kats right at the door.
Kit Kats, whatever you want. And so then we get to Halloween and you get all these candies and it's great. Maybe eat a couple that night and then it's like, all right, great.
So what was your parents' policy on candy on Halloween? Like, were you only allowed to have so much? Was it kind of your self-monitoring?
Well, I've talked about before, we didn't really like fully celebrate Halloween until I was a little bit older.
right.
So you just had candy.
So we'd eat candy and we'd go to like, the school harvest festival, right?
Love.
But when we were older, it was kind of like whatever. Yeah.
And that
eat your own
you were able
candy.
to
Nobody
monitor
cares.
yourself.
Yeah, of
Did
course.
you guys have that?
No, yeah, my parents were strict candy fiends. You had 3 days to eat as much candy as you wanted, and then it went to my dad's work's candy drawer. Like it was.
Oh, really?
That's
You only had
fun.
3
Taken away.
days.
Ours
You
was
get
a
3
week.
days. Because really,
We got
how
a
long
week
are you
and then
going to be
throw it
eating that
away.
Halloween candy?
My
Really?
parents-
That night, you're going to binge it for sure. You'll eat a lot of candy.
It was the same for Easter as well. My parents, their policy was, you can eat as much as you want, but if you get sick, like
You're done.
we're not gonna take care of you.
Oh my gosh.
So that's how
We're not going to take care of
Yeah,
you?
literally, that's how it was. So I mean, none of us ever got
Wow.
sick, but
Yeah, right. Well, like you wouldn't. If you were like throwing up in the living
Hey,
room,
can I
they'd
get
be
that
like,
lollipop
would.
wrapper?
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a fear of like, hey, it was kind of interesting because it was kind of a good lesson on like self-monitoring a little bit.
Sure.
Because obviously they would have like they're not gonna like not help us if we got sick, but none of us ever got sick because I think a lot of us
We're
were
scared.
just like, we probably should.
That
never
sounds
do it,
kind
you know?
of pretty spot on for your parents, though.
Yeah.
I'm
That
finding.
is very true.
Yeah, like I think back to the Christmas situation where it's
Yeah.
like, hey, here's all your presents, and that's Christmas. Here they are.
That's it, man.
They're in a pile. Once you go through them, like that's what you get. That's life, right? I mean,
That's true.
you open up all those presents, Christmas is over.
I don't know why it
Day.
sounds so much wiser coming from you dressed as a pepper.
Well, yeah, I got a lot of wisdom in this
Yeah, a lot of
pepper
pepper
costume.
wisdom for sure.
Yeah. If you guys want any life advice in this,
Gosh.
So what was your favorite candy? I mean, I know we've been
Oh,
talking
yeah.
a little bit about it, but what like officially?
Favorite candy then or
chocolate.
now?
both.
I don't know.
Then it was Reese's. Now I'm still a Reese's person, but I kind of will eat anything. I really like sour candy, sour gummy worms specifically.
I was
Sour
a
Patch
Twizzler.
Kids.
Oh,
Really?
Like out of the
The individual
Halloween
ones?
candy, yeah, the
yeah.
little wrapped Twizzlers. I don't know.
Twizzler
those are
or
freaking
Red
bomb.
Vine?
They hit, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Twizzlers
I'm
or Red
so good.
I'm
Vines?
either.
Twizzlers. I mean, you know the
I-
ones that are wrapped individually. It's like the long,
can't
little,
do
like thick,
Twizzlers.
stocky ones.
They're
Yeah.
too waxy.
cut into little pieces.
Yeah, they're
Controversial
Like chewier.
opinion here.
Uh-uh.
Red Vines, Twizzlers, licorice in general. Don't like it.
Red Vines are
Not a fan.
bomb. I love Red Vines.
Not a
Twizzlers
fan.
can,
Really.
yeah.
Not
Twizzlers have like a deep,
like-
like a weird, deep, waxy taste.
That's Red Vines for me.
Really?
You crack open that
Tracks for-
gigantic barrel of Red Vines.
Oh,
I'm like,
I can
That
just
smell.
eat those.
I dislike
Love
Really, the
immensely.
barrel? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, the barrel's freaking
the barrel.
Yeah.
gnarly,
it's the
man. I love
best.
it.
Not a fan.
That's interesting.
I don't know why. It's just like the flavor and the texture maybe, but just like, no
Did
thanks.
you ever use it as a straw?
Oh yeah, for
In
every
your root
soda I
beer?
ever had.
Yeah, Going hard.
In root beer
or just
float?
in water.
Yeah, and then
Really?
it got like
Yeah, and then it gets cold
Or just in
and
water.
it gets
and
like,
hard.
Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Water.
Okay. Do you remember? Well, they probably still have them, but do you ever get Slurpees with those sour straws?
I never had one.
The sour straw.
I never got one.
Bruh. The amount of sugar I
God.
ingested was probably it was a sour punch. It was like it wasn't like branded sour punch, but it was like a sour
punch
straw.
straw.
But yeah, essentially, and it was coated in like sour powder, and it was like a whole straw. And I would get like a giant Slurpee, fill it, of course. One
Pop
of those.
that straw in there.
The amount of times I got that is jarring.
Yeah, that sounds
because
disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a lot. It was so much sugar.
the sour in the Slurpee.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Maybe.
I think
don't
back
know.
to
It was
like
good,
childhood and
but-
how much candy I ingested.
Yeah.
Just like
Yep.
I remember I did an after school program, like because my parents both worked, so that we'd
Sure.
go after school program in elementary school. And to think of like every Friday, it was ice cream and candy day. Like that was the branded day.
Yeah.
So like the
Ice cream and
snack was
candy day.
ice cream, and then you got to
Hey,
eat like
just
candy
send
from
Annie
the
to after school. When she gets home, give her some schnapps and
Right?
send her to bed.
Send it eventually fine. And you
She'll
had
be
the.
fine.
Do you remember the giant Pixie Sticks?
Yes.
Yes.
That were like
That I remember.
2-3 feet long.
Huge.
Yes.
Do they even sell those anymore?
I
I'm
don't
sure
know,
they
but
do.
I think back in his like
hit the
everyone
dollar
got
store
those
after
on
this.
It's
Fridays.
just sugar.
It's just sugar. Like
Oh, yeah.
purely
Pixie
letting
Stix?
kids ingest sugar.
It definitely
hard on
probably
the Pixie
helps.
Stix.
It probably messes with your like body balances. I'm
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
No, when you're a kid,
Well, not when
you're
you're a kid.
invincible, dude.
You really are.
You can
You
eat
just
all the
bounce
crap you
back.
want, and like who cares? Like, and then
Yeah,
the
that's
next day
true.
you're fine.
Yeah.
Can you imagine eating that much candy now? Like,
Oh.
just
No.
like gaming a pixie stick, just like full sending it.
Oof.
Gaming a Pixie Stix. I
Like,
know what I'm gonna get you guys.
Yeah.
Pixie Sticks.
Ugh.
done.
God.
Done and done.
It's
We're gonna down
done.
them.
My stomach after that lollipop.
Ready
is
for
like,
this? Ready for this fun dip?
Yes.
Remember
I
Fun
would
dip?
still frickin' eat a fun dip now.
I know you would.
love
Which
I
fun
know
wait,
you
dip.
would.
here's the controversial
Yes.
thing. Did you actually eat the stick?
Yes.
Of course.
No.
I did.
Oh, disgusting. It was like
Not till you're
chalk.
done.
I would never have too much of it left because I'd suck on it so much.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
I'd
true.
only have like half of it left. Sometimes I would throw away that half, but
Yeah.
most of
Honestly,
the times
that
I
was
ate
just
it.
I'll just
a
bomb the
utensil, like for me.
Just stick the fun dip in there.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Stick
I
your tongue
loved
in the
Fun
bag,
Dip.
right?
What about
Yes.
the one that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Ryan got so close to the mic with that.
What about the one that it was like basically a popsicle, but it was like a long popsicle, and you could drip like that sour liquid
Oh,
onto
ew,
it.
ew, ew.
Never got
My
that.
sister was obsessed with that.
Never
I
got
never
that.
understood it. It was kind of gross.
Did you ever
This
Eat
is just
the,
a candy podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What the candy cast?
Candy cast.
Whoa.
Write that down. Write that down.
Yeah, write that down. Write that down.
Spin
We're
off.
not gonna remember. Did you ever have like Mexican candy? You like Mexican candy?
Yes.
No.
I mean, I've had it a few times.
Like the spicy candy,
Yeah.
no.
I tried it once
Lucas.
and did not like it.
Yes.
chamoy, right? Stuff like
Chamoy.
that.
Some of them are good. Some of them are not. I think I'm about 50
In doses, yeah. I'm the same.
I feel like it's something kind of, I guess, like with a lot of things, you kind of have to grow up liking it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
true.
Like if you don't have it as a kid, there's not like that childhood like nostalgia memory attached to it.
Yeah. I never
My,
ate them.
Like Teletubbies,
My
Like
favorite childhood
Teletubbies.
candy is maybe a bit controversial, but
Almond Joy.
Whoppers.
I
love
still love
Whoppers.
Whoppers. Whoppers are good.
You guys like Whoppers?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna vomit.
The crunch.
Yeah, it's a
Or when you
texture.
would
the
bite it in
malt
half and you
balls.
let it just like melt in your mouth.
Yes. Except you got that one stale one in the bag.
Like,
I
The one
cannot
stale one.
actually believe I am surrounded by people that like Whoppers. I
Not so much anymore, but when I was a kid,
Ryan
for sure I
quits
loved
the
them.
podcast.
I kind of feel like Whoppers taste like vomit a little bit.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just
do
gonna
you
say it.
have?
They're
Hot
Do you
so
take.
have that,
good.
that gene that
I
makes
have that-
cilantro taste like soap?
I don't.
No, he doesn't. I
I
do.
don't. I love cilantro.
I do.
Then
You know
I
what
don't
I
know what's
hate?
wrong with you.
Is Whoppers.
Really?
Oh, the stuff in the middle, the malt.
It's so
crunch.
good.
God.
So
I
good.
did like
Drag me behind a
almond joy
freaking
stuff.
car.
I did
Same.
like
I
Almond
love
joys.
almond joys. The
Same.
coconut.
This is
I would
so
always take
dramatic.
out. I would always take out
Oh
the
God,
almond
I
though.
would literally die before I eat a Whopper.
I would rather
I love
die.
almond joys.
If I ever come
than
in
eat a
contact with a
single
Whopper,
Whopper.
I'll kill
As a
myself.
side note, the Whoppers are this big. Like,
So
They're
small.
disgusting.
So small.
They're
you
disgusting.
couldn't even eat one. He'd rather die than eat one.
Oh God.
Incredible.
We were
That's it for Christmas. You're getting Whoppers.
what were we eating? Something from Trader Joe's that tasted like Whoppers. Oh, Olivia got the
I thought I was eating
almond,
Whoppers.
No, the almond butter covered almonds.
Oh
And
yeah.
those
They
tasted like Whoppers?
and we both realized we were like,
Oh, I would have loved
ate
that.
One, we were like, oh, because she doesn't like Whoppers either. I need Olivia here to back me. up.
Oh my gosh.
Big L.
Big L. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Olivia. 21, 20 done.
20 done, man.
Anyways, Whoppers are disgusting.
Okay, so did everyone answer?
Favorite candy then probably Butterfinger. Now it's more Reese's.
Oh, really?
Because back then I would choose a Butterfinger over Reese's, but now I would choose a Reese's.
Did your
over a
parents ever
Butterfinger.
check your candy for razor blades or like
No.
Yes.
unopened?
I
Never.
feel like
Very
your
much
dad's
so.
a cop. He definitely took it to the
Yeah,
X-ray
for
machine or
sure.
something.
You
No,
think
it wasn't super
anybody?
intense, but like they told us like if it was opened,
Well,
to not
yeah.
eat it,
Oh well, yeah.
and
no, of course not.
all that. But like I mean, it wasn't like.
My
super-
They
parents
never
were like,
checked.
"Hey."
Do you really think anybody ever got a razor blade in a candy?
Oh, I'm sure of it.
You know
You're
what's-
sure of it?
Why would we be worried as a society if it hadn't happened before?
It was more, wasn't it more drugs?
Really? We
know
we
what's-
make stuff up as a society all the time.
But you think that so this whole time there's never been one case of like a razor blade in a candy.
Hey, fact checker.
So actually,
Run
I
the
was listening,
numbers.
I was
Look.
listening
Thank you.
to
Thank
a
you.
podcast
Is it going to be good for me
today.
or good for
Thank
him?
you.
Well, yes.
Let's hear it.
Okay,
So
well, that's
I was listening to a
bad for
podcast
me.
today about like those like
What an
you
idiot.
know like those urban legends and how
Yes.
they get started,
Uh-huh.
and it all kind of comes back to at some point it happened, and then we twist it to kind of scare ourselves straight.
Of course.
So that's how those chain emails, like, and that's what that was. Like, the whole check your kids' razor blades and the candy.
I'm not saying it happens a lot. I'm just saying it's
candy.
definitely happened before. Because why else would we be worried about it?
I don't know.
This
It's just one of
picture-
those things we make up, right? Like,
This picture says in 2015, teen says she found razor blade in her Halloween candy, and the picture is a Snickers bar with a razor blade sticking out of it.
Yeah, so I think that it is something that people, you know, it's like one of those chain emails, forward it to 5 people if you don't want their kids to die on Halloween kind of thing. Like,
That's a lot, yeah.
yeah.
There is a
That's
ton
it.
of pictures of candy on here with a
urban
razor
legend,
blade in it.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that's ever found a razor blade in their candy. I don't know if like
I heard that
I've
there
never
was
seen it in the
there
news.
Was there was one year where everyone was like, "Oh, check your
For needles?
candy for like LSD,
Oh, yeah.
but for like little tiny."
packets of LSD.
Like packets,
'cause
yeah.
My
You know,
thought
the
is,
big
who's
candy
out there-
corps are like, let's
People
drug
are
the
messed
kids.
up,
yeah,
bro.
you're saying somebody in your neighborhood right now is like, I'm gonna give all the kids LSD in their candy,
Which I didn't
and that's
like-
gonna be crazy.
Yo,
Yeah,
this
but
is the-
sometimes
this
you
is
go
the
to other
reason
people's
I'm a
neighborhoods.
People
student.
get away with
I'm
that.
crazy.
Because you go, oh, there's no possible way somebody could,
Now-
out there could
now,
want
mind
poison
you-
candy.
You could
Now,
go
mind
back.
you, if everybody in the neighborhood was like, yeah, my kid got high on Halloween,
Then it's too late. So
so it's too late. So
why wouldn't we be worried about it?
I don't know.
Well, you can go
man.
back to like the Tylenol murders, right? Is when
Go ahead.
Oh yes.
Okay.
there was, I believe it was.
I'm unfamiliar.
Me
Yes.
either. Me too.
So
I'm
there was a
unfamiliar.
time before the safety bottles in the metal. You know, there's like a metal like foil layer
It's
on.
impossible to open those things.
Well,
yeah.
so someone took them out, switched them like at different drugstores across, you know, a state or whatever
Oh,
city
wow.
With cyanide.
cyanide, and killed a bunch of people.
Dun,
Yep.
So
dun,
here they are taking Tylenol for like.
who would
Yep.
who would
An 8.
ever switch Tylenol with cyanide? Huh?
Well,
That's
and
just
so
Okay,
now-
really? So there's just like
It
so
was
on
September
Halloween,
29th through October 1st in 1982.
So
it was only 3
serial
days.
killers
Yeah.
are waiting until Halloween
People are
to
messed
pop some
up.
stuff into the kids'
But I'm saying
candy.
it's like
Please.
that actual.
Am I the
that
crazy one
actually,
here?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that actually happened, and then people are
Yeah.
like, "Well, since that happened,
7 people
anything
got-
happened."
7 people were
Now
killed in those
people
3
are-
days.
People are killing our children by putting needles, you know, with, you know,
I'm
HIV
just saying,
on
what's
them in our
what's the
candy.
harm in being careful? Is what I'm saying.
I guess no harm. You just live your whole life and you think that somebody's out to get you.
Okay, one
the-
day a
is the
year
thing.
we check our
One
kids'
day a
candy,
year.
and it's like, oh,
why,
we're crazy.
So why would somebody
It's not
stop there?
crazy.
Why would they wait till Halloween to kill you? Why wouldn't you? Why shouldn't you always be checking your candy, your grocery? You could go to the grocery store, crack open a banana right now,
Because
and bite down
Halloween's a
on a razor
national
blade.
holiday. Everyone's gonna get candy.
Everybody
knows
buys
that.
bananas every day, bro. Why aren't you checking your
Whoa,
bananas?
whoa.
That's ridiculous.
Listen,
You're not.
You
Oh,
guys
so you
see
just
slippery
don't check
slope
your
here?
bananas?
When
Yeah.
a pepper and a Teletubby start fighting.
That's when you know
It gets a little
that crippling
too
depression has
intense.
to step in.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Buzz
just
Lightyear is
saying,
here to
like-
save the day.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
That's
In the winter,
lofty.
Buzz.
In the winter.
I think
I
yeah,
mean,
you can never
am
be
I
too
am I off
safe.
base? Like, yeah, maybe a serial killer is gonna take you out, like through your candy. But is it gonna be like so obvious? Like
Okay, what
the
I'm
day
saying-
everybody's getting candy.
I
What
feel
I'm
like you'd
saying
have to
is that-
go through so much planning
Yes.
to insert razor blades into candy, close it back up, then somehow return it back to the store so someone else would buy it, or you are the person distributing all this candy with razor blades.
Yeah. What I'm saying
That's
is,
it.
trick or treaters come by your house and you give them candy that has razor blades in it.
Or
what I'm
you're
saying is
putting it on the shelf.
that
Yeah.
it definitely happened before, but also this is the day in the year where we go to random people's houses with our kids and we're like welcoming candy into our home that we don't know where it's been. Now, when you buy things from a store, it's different. Like it's
No
that's
way,
obviously
man. You go into the store, you buy something off the shelf. You don't know. 100 hands have touched that banana.
We're back to bananas.
Think about it. Well, I'm just saying.
Here we go.
Bananas,
of all-
apples.
Are you sure you're not a banana pepper?
Do you really think 100 hands have touched your banana?
How many people you think touched a banana before it got off of the tree? Somebody had to pick it, throw it in the back of a truck, right? And
Yeah.
then somebody processed it at the processing plant. They threw that in a
banana
box. Somebody took the box and they took it down to, Trader Joe's, and some punk kid at Trader Joe's had to stack it on the shelf. I mean, that's at least 5 people that you don't know touched your banana.
I know.
Am I wrong?
No,
Am
you're
I
not
wrong?
wrong. And what I'm saying is,
Tell
it's
me I'm
not
wrong, and I will secede.
And what I'm saying is, it obviously doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. And we
Okay.
live in a world where Jeffrey Dahmer existed, so like people are sick. Like there are crazy people out there.
I'm with you. But
So when we have
I feel
random
like
candy come
every
into the
year,
house,
once a year, we hear about razor blade in the chocolate bar. Who like why? Who cares? There's candy bars on the shelf year round, man.
But isn't it good to teach kids like, hey, if you get a candy and it's open,
Oh, yeah,
throw
that's
it out.
great. But
like
that's, like,
that's
easy.
why they tell those stories. That's why we talk about it every year. It's because we're teaching our kids like, hey, if you receive candy and it's open, it could be dangerous.
There's a chance that there's a razor blade.
Rather than just be like, oh yeah, eat whatever you get, like whatever you buy, whatever you get,
well,
just like
yeah.
eat it. Don't even be worried.
Yeah,
about
maybe
it.
so.
You're ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Do you check your mail for anthrax too? Maybe somebody sent you
No.
some
You
You know
anthrax
what?
mail.
When I worked for a congressman, I thought about that because it was my job to open the mail, and
There
I
you
was
go.
like,
that.
first one dying.
You're the
Anthrax
first one on the
poisoning.
scene.
What's anthrax?
Oh, that was a whole thing.
Is it like
Help me
an
out,
air?
Annie.
Like
It was
an
a-
air
It's like
thing?
it's like a
Help me out,
powder.
Annie.
It's
You
a
like-
powder that they were like putting in envelopes, and
And
it's
you-
poison. If you breathe it, you.
It's
Wait,
like-
I thought that was the one when you lick the envelope.
No.
Was that
It's
another thing where
it's like
someone put poison
airborne.
on the envelope and they licked it and died?
I feel like that,
That
was,
I
a
don't
that a
know.
TV show?
episode. That
Maybe.
seems like
I
a
think
TV
it-
show.
This
I
was
think
like
it was the Criminal
This was like a
Minds.
pre 9/11 terrorist
Yeah.
attack, right? Where they were
Yeah, it was
sending
like
anthrax in the mail
anthrax
to like
envelopes.
government people.
So me, 19-year-old Annie, working at the front desk at the congressman's office, opening all the letters.
You never know. You
I
gotta
was
shake
like-
those things.
I know. I was like feeling it. I go, does this feel like it has anthrax? Nope. Okay.
You can
And
never
I'm
be
still
too
here
careful.
today.
Did you check all the congressperson's chocolate bars?
No, but you know
What
that's
about
on
his
him.
bananas? What about his bananas?
Wow.
I feel like he doesn't need an extra person touching his banana.
You know what? That's 6
Because
people.
apparently it's been touched 100 times by the time it gets to him. 100
You
times.
you don't know how many people have touched the
I-
things that you
Oh my
purchase from the grocery store.
But
You,
you
you don't
understand-
know. You just don't know.
You're taking what I'm saying and you're doing it in like the most ridiculous, blown out way.
Is that not this whole podcast?
It's a
well,
holiday.
it's kinda my job.
Where
I'm the
they
chili
hand
pepper.
out free candy.
Yeah,
So
they.
if
I
someone
am
was
the chili
sick
pepper.
and they wanted to hurt a bunch of children, wouldn't they take that advantage of that holiday and hand out candy that was
Listen.
either messed up or
I suppose
laced in
so,
some
It's
way?
yeah.
sad.
I
I, feel
suppose
like
so.
people are sick and want to hurt children way more than
Year
we'd
round.
Like. Yeah, and they have found way more awful ways to do it than poisoning 7 kids with the candy that they may or may not eat.
That's my whole point. Is that Jeffrey Dahmer is out there, dude.
Well, not anymore. He
Well,
gone.
okay, not him, but the next Jeffrey Dahmer is out there right now. Homie's just like chilling, waiting for his moment to strike. And you really think he's gonna strike on Halloween? Maybe he will. Maybe he's the
Do you
Halloween
guys
killer.
remember that clown situation?
Yes.
Scary clown situation.
Scary clown. Was that
Yes.
COVID?
Oh, yeah.
Was that-
Yes.
No, that was a couple
It
years
was right
ago.
before,
that.
right?
It was like 20. I feel like we were still
2018.
2019.
maybe fresh out of college, like
Yeah, it was-
2018.
It was 2019.
It was something, but it
That
was
was,
like that.
That was
creepy
weird.
Clown.
awesome.
That was
Clowns were just like
Okay.
chilling.
No.
It was really to think back of that. and
I
then,
walked into the studio and chose violence today. I don't
Yeah,
know
did.
why.
You really
You
did.
did.
dude.
Gotta
Tinky
do it.
Winky's pissed.
Gotta do it. Yeah. Oh, he is.
I'm not
Hey,
pissed. I'm just
hey,
saying.
fix your sign, bro.
What's the
There you go.
problem?
There you go.
What's the problem with like telling kids to check their candy on Halloween? I
Well,
just
I'm
don't
just
get
saying.
it.
there's a
I'm just saying,
problem.
be consistent with your kids. Like, if you're gonna tell them to check their candy
Tell 'em to check
today,
their bananas.
Halloween,
Check their bananas,
They better
too.
check their bananas tomorrow, November 1st.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I know you're taking this stand just to piss me off.
Of course. Well, I have no opinions about this, John. I don't have children. I don't celebrate Halloween. I don't eat candy.
Yeah.
Come on.
You
Give
don't
me a break.
celebrate Halloween?
No, of
I'm trying to
course
go to
not.
heaven.
Trying to get to
obviously.
heaven.
Oh my god.
Jesus said no.
Jesus.
Oh gosh, trying to get
Wow.
to heaven.
These pond decks haven't been touched in so long.
I
There's
know,
cobwebs
there's
on
cob-
them.
Cobbies.
Cobwebs all over
There's
them.
a deck on the desk here. Oh, that's right. Oh, just go ahead. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, the rat.
what?
You hit the rat with your pepper.
It's hanging out.
And now
Where
he's
is he?
hanging.
Oh, where is he? Where is he? Oh God!
With my pep. How did I swing that?
You hooked him.
Wow. Well, that's good. Well, I'm gonna dip into this, but is there anything you wanted to talk about, John? You got anything? Bringing
I
anything to the
have
table?
a conspiracy theory that goes back a couple weeks.
Oh, and I have a scary story to tell you that happened here at my house. I already told you, but
Well,
yes, next.
screw this thing. I want to hear all of these things.
So I saw today a conspiracy theory going back to the Gabby Petito case.
Yes.
That his parents have built Brian a underground bunker that
Yes,
he's
I
living
saw
in
this.
because there was a video of his parents gardening, and someone took it from a drone, which first of all, such an invasion of privacy. My goodness. But it's like you could see something on the ground move, like it
moving
looked like
in the dirt.
Like they handed something down and it like went into the ground. So they're like, he's under the flower bed. And then someone made this diagram of like how their backyard can be like conducive for an underground bunker.
This is awesome.
Dead serious.
Does it hold any water is what I'm asking.
Well, here's my thing. I know nothing about underground bunkers. But in Florida, I figured that, there's hurricanes and tornadoes and whatnot.
There's no
You know
rules over
who
there.
has an
If there's an
underground
underground bunker, it's
gonna be in
Florida.
Florida.
You know who has an underground bunker? In the books, my favorite book series, they're in Florida, and the whole thing is that the kid's grandpa has a bunker.
What's the guy's name? Mr. Laundry. Oh my God. Wait a second. Got him.
It's pretty good.
Got him.
So that's a conspiracy, huh?
Does it have any water? I don't know.
I think so.
But
I'd say
you know
no.
I saw the video.
You saw the video? Let's pull it up.
Yeah.
Oh, now I gotta find it.
Both you guys
I
So
know.
saw
while
it.
we're
Yeah,
pulling
let's
that
do
up, you tell us your scary story, John.
Okay, let me tell you, Ryan.
Let me hear it.
Okay, so we've been watching scary movies after the podcast this whole month, and this stuff only happens on Tuesdays, of course. And so 2 Tuesdays ago, I was at work, and on my breaks, I go and I like lay down in my bed for like 15 minutes or whatever, and I'm laying in my bed, and like, you know how sometimes you can hear somebody like walking through your house, but it's not like dramatic footsteps. It just sounds like maybe they step on something and you're like, oh, someone's like walking upstairs. I genuinely heard that. And I thought, in my head, I was like, my dad's not home. No one else, everyone else is at work. And I was like, maybe like my brother came by because he has like some of the weird days off. And so like, maybe he came by. Like I fully thought I heard someone walk in my room. And then I got really nervous. I was like, what if it's not anyone? And I was like, I'm just going to turn around really quick. And I'm going to look and just like, whatever it is, it'll be it, right?
Yep.
So like, I whip around and no one's there. And I'm like, screw me. So then last Tuesday after our podcast, I go to my room and everything in this house is controlled by Alexa. And so I went to my room.
She's
She
listening.
heard me. Sorry. By I'll just say like by the computer, whatever.
But the queen.
So I go to my room. It's pitch black in my room. And I go, computer, I'm home. That's how I turned everything on.
Yeah.
And she like fully stutters. She's like, turns off. Nothing turns on. And I go, Alexa, dang it, computer, I'm home. And she does it again. And then just doesn't do
Weird.
anything. And I like the whole energy shifts in the room and I'm like, so I reached out for my phone really quick and I turned my lights on and it was totally fine. Nothing was obviously there. But I am now terrified because we've been watching lots of scary stuff and and then I thought that it's kind of an interesting scary movie plot, right? To have like a smart home.
Demon home.
And it's
Well,
just kind of like
is
Smart house.
on.
Smart House. You ever see that movie?
Smart House?
Of course you did.
But like with a demonic sense.
That
you know what I'm
movie
saying?
actually did scare me because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
the whole
she like
Technology.
freaks out.
Yes. She's like, I'm
she's like,
sorry.
"I'm your
You
mom."
can't leave the house.
No.
And he's like,
So I'm just saying, I'm feeling spooky vibes around here. And I'm not
Wow.
joking.
oh my God.
Spooky. Okay.
Hey, you might have to turn that down.
What are we-
Can you
what
reach
is
over
this?
on the...
I don't really know how to turn it down.
Ryan, will you reach over on the sound bar and
bar.
turn it down there?
This is the video of Brian Laundrie's hand coming out of the.
So it's in the
ground.
flower bed where the mom is.
I hope I did.
That's probably right. And if it does, just hold on to your horses.
Hold on to your horses.
Okay, this does
Hold
look
on,
pretty
hold on.
sus. I'm not going to lie.
So they're saying that fire pit thing where you can see something's on it, that square thing, is the ventilation for the bunker.
Okay, right. I gotta see this.
That was it. And
What
then
is
they,
this?
then they see the drone.
And they walk away.
Oh, this is helicopter
So-
footage
I'll
or
go
what?
back.
So yeah, look
It's
at if
drone
you,
footage.
if you look where the mom
Footage
is.
is taken from Nerdy Addict
Oh,
TikTok.
I hate that. I hate that.
But
Turn it off.
until we see-
Sorry.
Ready? You see something grab.
She like opened that flap and something came out and grabbed whatever she had in her hand.
So
Maybe I'm
interesting.
crazy, but like, my issue with this is who would help their kid? Like, I mean, like, maybe I'm
Who
insane.
would or wouldn't?
Like, why would you, if your kid, like,
It's a murderer.
if
Why
your
would
kid
you
was
help
like,
them?
yeah, mom, I killed her. Be like, okay, honey, hide in the underground bunker until this blows over.
Yep.
It's
I'd
never
be
gonna
like,
blow
the
over.
world is looking for you. I'd be like, he's over here. I'll visit you in
No,
jail.
I don't know. I don't know that
if
she
he
would.
I don't know if
I
he
don't know
would.
that
That's
she
your
would
kid,
either.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
My
man.
dad,
My own flesh and
was
blood.
joking about it when it was all kind of coming out, and I was like saying, oh man, I can't believe like his parents are like helping him.
Because I guess his
you
parents
know?
helped him when he first came back. He
Because-
was home for like a month
Yeah.
before.
It was the
anyone-
whole Mustang thing when they went to go look for him and they brought his
oh
Mustang
yeah,
back.
yeah. Your dad
And
was
I was
like,
Yeah.
your mom would do that for you.
My dad's like, your mom would totally do that. He's like, and I'd have to go along with it. I had to be an accessory. I was like, yeah. He's like, your mom would take that Mustang through a car wash and get it detailed before she brought it home. And I was like, I guess she probably would.
My parents probably would too.
Oh, my parents would
wouldn't.
turn me in so quickly. My
I
dad
don't
would be
think
like,
so.
I'll send you money over the jail, the jail
Yeah.
bank, but Annie, I cannot help you.
No, I think your parents would help you.
That's rough.
They wouldn't let me join Hollywood. You think they'd help me
Yeah.
cover a murder?
That was for your
They
own good.
obviously don't
there.
care about me.
No, that's
Wow,
not
so
true.
intense.
Damn.
Sorry, mom.
I think a lot of
Love you,
parents
Mom.
would help their. I'm
It's
not
okay,
saying
they're
it's
not
right,
watching.
but I'm saying I think a lot of parents would because it's your kid.
Yeah,
You
I
don't want to see your
know.
kid go to jail.
I don't believe he's in a bunker, and I think it is like mostly just conspiracy theory. I think
Oh,
this
yeah.
is one of those things that's the funny thing about conspiracy theories is that people try to connect dots that are a little outlandish
Oh,
because
yeah.
it seems like it ties it all together. When in reality, it's something that nobody has like the power to solve. Like it's only hot button because we're talking about it, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because I kind of wonder if it will die down or if it will kind of go away after
next
a certain
thing will
time.
happen.
Because like
Which is sad, but true.
it's sad, but
Which
that's
is
the
what?
reality. Like
It'll just move on or
yeah.
what?
I
No,
think
something
I don't
else
think
I
will
think
happen.
he'll either turn himself in or we'll find out he's dead, and
Yeah.
that'll just be it. I think because it doesn't seem to me like, from the information I have of the case, it doesn't seem like he's a serial killer.
No.
It just seems like it was like a
Some
act
sorta-
of aggression.
Well, that's what's so interesting about
obviously he had that kind of behavior.
a lot of these things is like, especially with like murders that seemingly are just like acts of passion or like,
Yeah.
like in the heated moment kind of thing is that's kind of the play, right? Is to be like, hey, I mean, you're still going to go to jail, but
Yeah.
if they know that it's not premeditated, and you're like, hey, I just like I flew off the handle, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll go to
Yeah.
jail, but it won't be as
Manslaughter.
severe as like premeditated murder,
Right.
You know?
And then I was listening, like one of the famous, family murders or whatever is Lizzie Borden.
I don't know.
You don't know Lizzie Borden?
No,
Are you serious?
never heard
Yeah.
of the name.
Are you kidding me?
Thank you for being here.
So-
Still don't know.
we
You know,
don't know
there's like that
anything.
nursery rhyme is Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 30 whacks and, gave her father 40
That's
whacks.
about
and
it.
all that
She
stuff.
killed her whole family, right?
She killed her parents
Was
with
this like an
axes.
old timey?
Yeah, it was like
Well, the whole thing is
1800s.
that
I heard
it's
about
the
this.
Lizzie Borden house.
Yeah,
It's
so
in
there's-
Oregon, right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the Borden house where she killed her family.
This,
Yeah.
is on,
like,
this is on Crime Junkie, isn't it?
well,
It's
it's
just
just I'm sure it is on Crime Junkie. But I was listening to something about how like it probably
This has
really
to come off, I think.
it probably really wasn't her,
Yeah.
and like that she lived in the town where she killed her family, like for the rest of her life until she was like in her 80s.
Yeah.
And that nursery rhyme about her killing her parents was like made, and I'm sure was sung at her by mean children passing by, and like basically they kind of were like, oh well, she's an old spinster, so she must have killed her parents because she's not married with children. She must be crazy.
What do you think you would do if it was like an unintentional, accidental, like you accidentally murdered somebody that either you knew or were close with? Like,
Walk me through it.
What do you mean on
like,
accident?
How'd I do it?
I'll give you.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example.
Yes.
You're like,
Manslaughter.
you and your siblings, so whatever, brother or sister or whatever, are in like an argument. Like you're kind of getting kind of heated or whatever. Like they push you, you push them. They accidentally fall back and smash their head, and they die.
In that
What's
case,
your scenario?
In that case, I call an ambulance and say I accidentally pushed them.
If they
Okay,
ended
but-
up dying, could you be tried for manslaughter? I mean,
Well, it
Yes.
depends on the situation,
Yeah.
right? So if you were drunk, the state would automatically have to charge you.
Yeah.
Because
really?
it's like an act of
Oh
like
yeah, duh.
like drunken violence. Like I knew someone who accidentally hit someone in the desert, and they were like 0.01 over the legal limit, and the person was high on meth.
Wow.
That they hit, but he ended up dying, and the state charged them. The family of the person was like, we don't want to press charges, and he ended up going to prison for it because he was over the drinking limit.
Wow.
So it was a DUI. Technically, it was.
But then if it's like
Hit him with his
accident,
car?
as in like
Flipped him.
I got really pissed at someone and actually took something
Change it. I'm
in
gonna
their
change the
head.
scenario. Same scenario, but it's just like a close friend. It's not like a sibling.
So it's not.
So-
Oh, totally. I
Well,
would
no,
just hide
What
the
are you
body.
asking? What would I do?
Yeah, what would you do in that scenario? Like, what, do you think you?
Bury him in the backyard.
That's what I'm asking. It's like, do you think you'd call authorities and be like, it was an
Yeah, I
accident?
mean, you
I
have
feel like
to.
in
You have
reality, I
to.
think we'd all call the authorities. But if that was off the table, if you had like, if I had like a a warrant out for my arrest and I couldn't call the authorities, I think I'd do a setup. I'd set
mean,
it up.
Yeah, if you're saying if you're already a criminal.
Yeah, if I was already
Yeah.
a criminal and for whatever reason calling the authorities made it 10 times worse, I'd cover it up.
Yeah. I mean, you would just have to call.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, let's
I'm
just
not
say
a-
you have to get rid of the
Yes.
body. What's your plan?
John's like, I want
That's
to
a
know
good
how you're
question.
getting rid of
That's a
the
good
body
question.
now.
You chop it up in little pieces.
Oh my gosh,
Whoa.
you psycho!
No,
What's wrong with you?
you go the
So much
Breaking
evidence.
Bad,
chop
the
it up
Breaking
into
Bad
little.
route.
You think
You
you
guys
could
watch
chop up
Breaking
a
Bad?
body? into
I'll do
little
it. I'll do a
pieces?
U
Blow it
thing.
up.
No,
That's
you
true.
gotta
Blow it
melt
up?
it. You gotta melt it in a barrel in acid.
Ooh.
You gotta do it. You ever
Then
see?
put it
That's
down
you ever seen
Breaking Bad. That's a Breaking Bad thing.
That's
They
a Dexter thing too, right?
take the yeah. So it's like
Oh.
you take isn't that not salicylic acid or something?
Something
It's some
like
kind of
that.
Something
acid
that breaks down
but
everything.
You get a big plastic barrel that you can't it won't break down in the acid
Yeah, but in the
Pop the
show,
body
he
in there.
forgets that part and puts it in the
in the
tub,
bathtub and it breaks through the bathtub.
and it breaks through the second story
It's big,
bathtub
meaty-
and falls.
Spoilers
Everything
for
falls
Breaking
down.
Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad's old.
You'd have
so.
to put it in a barrel, and then you put the barrel in the river.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I would do a
Interesting.
classic river death. Especially
a
if they
boat
like
out.
hit their head or something. Just like throw the body, kind of clean it up, throw the body on the river. Maybe they fell trying to pee in the river.
You know
I
how
don't know.
fast a body turns into like rough,
Gross.
Oh,
like
yeah.
awful
It's like-
smell and like breaks down.
like a day.
It's
You
so
start smelling.
fast. I mean, I think I'd wrap it up and trash
John,
it
why
back.
do
What would you
why
do?
know?
Drive it out to the
Why do you
boonies?
know what a body smells like?
Well,
yeah, initially you've got to. Let's say it happened right here in the studio.
yeah. Initially, I'd
Let's
have
say
to.
you accidentally God forbid, Annie's dead.
Yeah.
And so you're like, so now the clock's
Bye,
ticking.
Annie.
What do
Because
you
of my
do?
crippling depression.
Bye, Annie.
That's on you. That costume's on you. Do not try and shift that on me.
Is it because you said I should?
no,
I should get canceled.
I would-
Interesting.
I'd wrap up the
he
body.
has been saying that Growing Pains has been really difficult to film lately.
No,
That's
I haven't been
weird.
saying that. So I'd wrap up the body.
Let's say
immediately.
for the sake of Annie, it's me. Let's say
It's you.
No. I want
Oh.
to be the one who dies. How would you get rid of my body?
Okay. Oh, all right.
I'd wrap up the body immediately.
In what?
In some
trash
sort
bag.
of trash bag.
A
and
giant
duct
black
tape, and I'd
trash.
try and
Yep.
seal it up, like wrap it
Okay.
up so
Try to
that way
keep the
like
smell.
cuts down the smell and like everything's like kind of ready to go. And then I'd pack it into the car.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Ooh, yeah. See,
I
already
would-
wrong answer.
what?
You got to seal it up in the thing, dude.
I just did seal
no,
it up.
not
I sealed
in
it up.
trash bags.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Go ahead.
well,
Continue.
next time
no, I'll
when
hear
it's
your plan
turn,
and then we'll do my plan.
wrap it up, throw it in the car. I would immediately probably drive to some sort of dock and rent like a boat. Probably I'd just go out as far as I could. And I'd probably weigh it down too with some sort of rocks, and
Yep.
I just would toss
Yeah.
it off
This
the
is-
side, come back, and pretend like nothing happened.
People
I
are
feel
gonna
like-
Lacey
search.
Peterson-esque.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is real Lacey Peterson-esque.
Okay, well,
That's how Dexter got away with it too, right?
Yeah.
He was just like dropping stuff in the ocean.
because one,
Because
I
it's
know
not like
I
they're
couldn't.
scraping the ocean, like.
Yeah.
But he was
You have
also
to go
killing
out
people
far,
that nobody
though.
really cared.
That's how you got away with a lot, as if I know. But that's how they get rid of a lot of bodies in Hawaii. Is what we were always told. Is there's certain spots of the island
Oh, I
where
missed-
the current goes straight out to the middle ocean.
There you go.
So I missed some of the elements because I have to
Oh,
get
sorry.
away with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would take our phones and like if it's somebody I knew, and I would create a fabricated text message like, "Hey, like text me when you get home," and then you would like text me back like maybe when I was at the beach saying like home, and I drive your car because your car's here at this point,
Yeah.
right? I drive your car to wherever we were going to rent the boat at and leave it like a block like obviously load the body into the boat and then like drive your car like somewhere like blocks away and just leave it like abandon it entirely.
Oh.
And
I
then
don't know if you
feel
could
like you would
get away with
fully
it.
get
I
caught.
think you would have to go off the grid.
nah.
You could pose. Okay, sorry. Are you finished? Because I'm ready to tell my story.
How would you get rid of my body, Ryan?
Okay, so Annie's dead. So I have a little bit of time before she starts decomposing. So
This would be a great TV show.
I pop over to Home
Yes.
Depot.
Switching to all the different ways.
I
you
get
get
a
rid of
big, oh yeah, like animated or something,
Yeah.
or like where it cuts to us actually
Like every
doing it.
episode is someone
Yes.
else's version of how they should get rid of the body.
Wow. Okay, so I
Trademarked.
pop over to Home Depot and get a big plastic barrel, or like not a metal barrel, that's gonna be too hard. So like a big plastic trash
Ryan's
can or
gonna
something
be
like
every
that.
one of the guys who are like trying to get away with killing their wives, and then they have the footage of them buying a shovel,
Yep.
Yes.
a barrel, and duct tape.
Exactly.
Yeah, probably. That's true. Shoot, that's
I
a
think
little
you have to use a,
That's why you
like
have to
a
use what you
plastic thing
have.
that they already have in the garage.
Yeah, so I'll find something they got in here, like sticky in there, and
Sticky
I
in
think
there.
Stick in
yeah,
there.
just pop in, and then I think you would have to like fake your own death. Be like, oh, Ryan and Annie both like died in a boating
Disappeared.
accident or something, because then you can go low key, but make it seem like we both went out on this boat and died.
Okay.
I love the idea of us going on like just a little solo
Randomly
cruise.
we're like,
yeah.
hey, let's go on a boat.
So, put the brick on the gas pedal of the boat and then just like jump off the boat so it crashes, right?
Into
Yeah.
what?
Maybe I don't even need to put the body. Maybe I just put her body like propped up on the driver's seat, right?
Just like
And then crash it.
with my hand duct taped to the little
Maybe I'll
roller
have to like cut off my finger or something and like throw it on the boat.
thing. Like,
Because
we can
you got to consider like how are you gonna live your normal life? Be like, yeah, like you were the last person with Annie. Like people would ask you every single day, where'd Annie go? You'd be
Like,
like,
I don't know,
She
she
went on a
went home."
boat. You'd get caught in that so quick. So you gotta just.
In order for you to get like arrested, they have to have like evidence. You're better off
No
creating a
way.
scenario where you
No
left
way.
her,
You have
and then
to-
you just did not. You just like, I don't know. She went home. I have no idea where she
I
went.
would
after
just have
that.
to start a new life somewhere. I would just have to like leave San Diego, get away from it, probably move out to the sticks or something.
I feel
don't
like
know.
Mexico's the easiest way.
Yeah,
We're so
Yeah.
Mexico,
close.
because nobody's gonna pursue you in Mexico.
You know what?
Like,
That's actually not true. They send a
I'm
lot
sure
of
they-
PIs down to Mexico.
you know what? That's probably true. Maybe
Dog.
Canada.
Doggy Bounty Hunter went to
Ooh,
If I could-
Canada,
I don't know if I could get over to Europe, but
Switzerland they can't get you. at
Annie would be
Switzerland.
easier because you could be like, text all of her people like, oh, I moved back to Hawaii, like, oh, I'm going on a
Yeah,
road trip
like,
or
I would
something,
just disappear.
like something
You know,
rogue.
that is
like
Like
true.
on
that.
a road trip.
I'm also horrible at texting, so if you don't hear from me for 3
It's
months,
kinda normal,
like,
right?
It's
It's
just
kind of
Annie.
like, oh, it's
Yeah,
Annie.
classic
you know?
Annie.
Classic
That's
Annie.
what I'm saying. I say fabricate text saying, like, she went home, and then at that point, again, in order for you to be convicted of something like this, they have to have like proof. If you're just like, hey, she recorded the podcast and she left, and I don't know
Dude,
what
The
happened.
first person to know is Jacob Nichols. The day my podcast doesn't come out on time, he always texts me. He's like, Annie, what happened? What happened that
Where you
episode?
at?
you
Where you
okay?
at? And
like,
you don't
because-
answer. He's like, she's dead.
I understand what
dead.
you're
John
saying
killed her.
about fabricating some sort of story that you guys died together and like faking your own death, but like that seems more complicated.
I
you
just
seem
feel like
more
I
like
know
the person.
that because you are immediately a person of interest, so you'll have to like they're gonna press you. They're not gonna be like, "What happened?" You're like, "Oh, I don't know. She went home," and they'd
she
be like,
seems
"Yeah,
stressed.
Okay, Cara, how would
And
you
she-
get rid of my body?
All
She's
the
like, I
ways.
would call Ryan and John.
If I could stomach it, I would, for one, take your whole body somewhere where I could cut it up into little pieces.
My gosh, you
Yeah, that's
you
pretty
couldn't
rough.
do that.
That's
There's
pretty
no
rough.
way you
She
could
said
do
Well,
that.
I said if I could
This
stomach
This
it.
is
If.
also a world where you're
Sure.
just dumping my body.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would cut it up into little pieces.
yeah,
that's
You
right.
dump
That's
me
right.
off the ocean.
I would cut it up into little pieces.
Okay.
And I would separate those pieces into different bags.
No, I'm
and
sorry.
then I would.
There's no way in hell you would be able to stomach
I
that.
said if.
No, but you can't. You
No,
just
this is
won't.
realistic. You're
Yeah,
not. You don't get to do whatever you
hypothetical.
want. You have to do with
You're
what
like,
you can
I'd
handle.
eat her in one
chops
bite.
his finger off.
I'd swallow her in one bite. I
Yeah.
could chop off my finger. I could not chop up your body into little pieces. That is so disgusting.
So come
Okay,
on.
I
Do
think
you
you
want
could
to
do
hear
it.
what I would do or not?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
I do.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
But
Go
no
ahead.
choice.
I would take not a choice. I'm gonna keep going with my choice.
Okay, so far you've taken Annie somewhere.
Chop me up into
Taking the
You've
body
chopped
somewhere.
her up into
You
little
chop it up.
pieces.
bags.
Yes, and separate it all into different bags,
just
and
hard
then
to
throw
believe,
those bags into different like trash bags that are already full of trash, and then just put it in the dumpster. They'll take it to the dump.
You're a psycho.
You know,
So it'll
I
be
will
like
say, I think that
one
hers
giant
is
trash
the,
bag.
like the most logical train of thought.
One giant trash bag
No.
has all this food, all this crap, and then one little bag of like
chance.
Annie.
phalanges. And then the next bag is like all of her
chance.
head.
That stuff
There's
would
no
start to
chance.
stink.
Yes.
The
Oh, yeah,
smell of
for
body.
sure.
And-
it's not just like in the dumpster. It's like, oh, that smells like a dead body.
Okay, then I'll make
As a
myself
side-
throw up into each trash bag
Yeah, okay, what is going on?
and mask the smell.
What is going on? She's dead serious. She's gonna throw them into every bag
I'll just
of
put
your
something-
limbs.
So you're
and just
throwing
throw
up
them away.
into the bags of
cover the
parts of
smell.
body,
You know what I'll do?
so that
I'll
people,
take,
when they smell it
I
and
can't
they look
handle
at this
this.
bag of smell, they go, "Oh, that's just vomit in a bag."
or I'll put all of her body part pieces
Stop.
in the trash that we put all of our cat litter and all their poop, so that masks it as well.
Okay.
Smart.
Look,
What?
cat,
That's
You
smart.
think-
cat
you
poop
think
is
that
bad,
wouldn't mask it?
Vomit is bad. The smell of death
Yeah, it's
is
gonna be way worse.
Way worse.
I'm just
You
saying
know
it's masked
No, no,
by
no.
all this
I-
food,
You guys
all
know.
Okay,
For a
so
second?
that's how you got rid of her body.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now,
How do you cover your
How
friends?
do you
cover your
cover
tracks?
Yeah.
I wear gloves the whole time and be careful.
No,
I'm
no,
fine.
What do
no.
you tell her family?
What did
People
you-
know
you
that
tell
that
us?
you guys were hanging out. How do you cover that up?
Oh, well, when she dies, I'll take her phone
Thank
and
you.
do the text thing.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then
Smart.
just say like, "Oh, I'm going to this person's house. Oh, I'm here. I'm going there." And then keep her phone for a little bit when I'm
Smart.
like getting rid of everything. So a couple days pass,
Okay.
and then it'll.
You put
go
it
from
in the
there.
dumpster.
What about the tracker? People have
the phone you
tracker.
could put in the dumpster,
People
but they
have her
could trace
location.
it back to you.
Oh, I'll leave the phone.
Like I have her
I'll
location.
go-
Not that I'll look.
I'll
but
go
I
to a
have-
I think the
location.
police can see
If I'm
where you sent a text
disappearing,
from.
Please look at
They
my
can.
location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can see, oh, these texts came from Cara's house 3 days ago when she was,
No, it wouldn't be at my house. I'd be more careful.
in the place where you
Like the
chucked
last
body.
text that I'd send-
overestimating their ability. I think they can see where
No, they
phone
can see
has
where it's
been, but not
Yeah.
like where the text came from.
Well, but
Well,
it can
if they
see
got
where
a, if I got a
it pinged
text
from.
from
Yeah.
Annie at 3:30 and it pinged at 3:30 from
Yeah.
Cara's
Oh,
house.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Bada
The
ping,
last
bada
text would
boom.
be somewhere like
Ping, pong, pong. You need
like-
a partner essentially. You need to call somebody then.
Yeah.
Because somebody has to be you, and you
Yeah.
have to be Annie, and you have to be like
No,
cross town.
see,
the last text that I would send would be like an airport or like somewhere traveling, and then break the phone so it's
That's
stuck.
a great
believe
idea.
it.
Like she ran
at
away.
the airport. Yeah.
And
she
then
ran
your
away. That's
narrative
pretty
when you
good.
talk to police is like she seemed like really out of it. Like she said she was like kind of over like living.
I
here
guess
in San
that makes a
Diego.
lot more sense than like I rent a boat.
Yes, exactly.
own credit
Thank
card.
you. And then you
You
disappear.
said the boat thing.
Yes, I'm saying that's the way to dispose of the body, but you create the narrative. You control the narrative when
John,
you're here.
Would you not think that'd be so suspicious to be like, yeah, John, has he ever rented a boat before?
No.
Okay,
Does he
maybe I wouldn't
fish?
rent a boat.
No, but he rented a boat that day. Annie went missing
He
and then
said it
dumped
was like
something
a
off of it.
She was like, "Let's do like a year of yes thing," and I'm not gonna say no to that. I mean-
Okay, Annie, how would you dispose of your body?
How
Of us,
okay.
of me.
Okay, in this
Of me.
situation, it's John. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
John's
And it's
John's
in the
dead
studio.
in the studio.
And this is tough because this is my house. So
well, and
Yeah,
it's tough
that
because
is
your
gonna be
dad's a
tough.
cop.
that's not
We
that's
would
not, that's not a
weekend at
problem at all.
Bernie. We would
Not a
weekend
problem
at
at all.
Bernie's at first.
Don't worry about that.
You're gonna have to worry about David. is
David's
the
the
thing.
real
He'll-
bloodhound.
He'll
He'll track you
sniff
down.
it out.
Automatically, you got a weekend at Bernie's it to get out of the house, right? Sunglasses.
I mean, he's the security detail around here, so you can't. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's,
Oh, I have all access to all the webcams. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can get in my phone and
Yeah,
delete all that.
Oh, that's
I would
easy.
take all that with me.
All the cams. Really?
Weekend
Yeah,
at Bernie's, get in my car.
Let's turn them all off.
we can Bernie's.
I would drive to Ryan's house, dump the body there.
Oh, and framing
You're gonna
Ryan.
frame me.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
The
is
best way
genius.
is to frame it and be like, "Hey, did John get there safely?" I would set it all up like, "Hey, did John get there safely?" And you're like, "What do you mean?" "Oh, well, he asked me to drop him off at your house, but he was kind of acting weird. I just figured you guys were like going to go out and hang or something, but he was kind of
Dang.
acting weird." And then Ryan finds the body and
This
he's
is
like, "Oh my
genius.
gosh, Annie, John's dead." I'll be like, "What?"
He is.
And then, yeah, and so then it's like,
I'd
now
see
the
through
crime
that.
scene is there because I'm like, no, he was alive when we left. We have the footage of him very much being alive when we were walking out with your sunglasses on and us like
Yeah,
buddy
I don't
hanging
know.
out.
That'd be kind of tough. The weekend at Bernie's. Me.
Well,
Okay.
Jordan would be here too. We'd both cover it up.
So
You know what?
Jordan would cover up my
Wow.
murder with you.
It's not a murder, it's an accident. But I'm already a felon,
Oh.
so I can't get another thing on my record.
Alright, cool.
You know what
Three
I
strikes
think?
kind of vibe.
What's up?
I think I'm just gonna drive you out to the boondocks,
You talking about me now?
plant some drugs on you, and
Oh
then
my
just leave you in
gosh.
your car like you overdosed, right? I mean that
Wow.
that's how you do it.
Or
Yeah.
you put old RV, blow it up in the desert, and you were in it.
Oh.
And then it's
Yeah,
here's
that
the
they
element.
won't- they won't think
that's
it's
the thing.
sussy,
You know,
like,
I
at
take
all.
it back. I take it back. We make it so strange
Uh-huh.
that it's like I don't know. Why was the cursed alligator in the passenger seat of the RV that blew up? I don't know.
And it's not burnt at all.
Why was there like $500, stuck into his pant pocket? I don't know.
Why was he in a Teletubbies costume?
Why is he in a Teletubbies costume? I don't know.
Yikes,
Why
this is
was there
happening
3
tonight.
pigs in the back?
I'll tell you.
Who knows?
Weird sex thing. John was into all kinds of weird
Oh my
stuff.
God.
It was a sex cult. That's how we'd cover up.
Teletubbies
Jordan will be
sex
like,
cult.
oh
Wow.
yeah.
That tracks.
That tracks.
That definitely tracks.
We're not at that time, are we?
It's time,
we are.
people.
Wow.
Well, that
we're
was
over.
enlightening.
Yeah, I think mine was the best.
Are you kidding me, Cara? You're dead
I
serious.
honestly
Yes.
doesn't track at all.
I feel like I would not get caught
I would like to
all.
recap yours just for people at home.
Okay.
You
Take
cut
him-
somebody up
No,
into
sorry.
miniature
Take
pieces.
him to a location.
Yeah, take
where
to
you
a
can
location.
And
chop
then
him up.
you put them in separate bags. You throw up into each bag.
Yeah.
You throw up into the bag
With the
And
cat
then
litter.
you throw it into random dumpsters around town and just hope that they don't make the connection.
No,
That
I didn't
is
say random
hilarious.
dumpsters.
Where
I
did
said just my one dumpster.
So you're gonna
So
throw
you put
all
all
the
the-
pieces into one dumpster.
So once a
Yeah,
week.
because they're all
So
in
why do
different
you
trash
wait,
bags.
why do
Putting
you
one-
cut it up then?
That's disgusting.
So I can separate them into all trash bags.
Oh my god!
When they pick up trash, they pick up like 6 different bags in your
Murder
whole
me.
can.
Yeah. Please, I want to see you do it.
Please,
I want to see this happen.
Somebody murder me so Cara can do this and realize how dumb it is.
Wow.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Number 1.
I baked an
I baked an
oh my-
entire pumpkin.
Oh wow!
That's loud. Wow.
He's a
Turn my
man.
ears down a little bit. I baked an entire pumpkin pie just to...
Pie mochi.
Oh.
Pumpkin pie
A
mochi.
little stuttery there, pal. It's not working.
Oh,
It's,
hello?
It is on the
broken.
computer.
You done
Maybe
it.
Yeah.
we disconnect
what?
and reconnect real quick if you don't mind.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
This is very enlightening.
It's hot in here.
Yeah, it is.
What I think this really shows us is if any one of us dies, the others have to help.
And also,
None of us are
don't
getting away
involve
with
Cara
that.
at all. Not even a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm not letting you help.
Cara's like, okay, let's cut up the body. And Brian's like, what?
It's like, we got to chop it up.
gotta
How are we
chop
going
it
to
up.
barf in all the bags?
How much have you eaten today? Because we need a lot of throw up.
We need a lot. Okay, start eating.
Start eating.
Actually, you know what? It'll just be simpler. Eat the body and,
And
then
then
throw
you know
up the
what's
body.
so funny is that you put it all in the same dumpster.
Yeah.
So why cut it up if it's going to be in the same dumpster?
Because then when
Because
it
they'll
gets to
see
the
a
dump,
body.
it all gets separated anyways.
It's,
You know what? I apologize for asking.
yeah, that was
Wow.
dumb, John. Come on.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, pretty stupid.
Idiot.
What is it?
Ridiculous.
I like you're
Absolute
saying
madness.
absolute madness, absolute ridiculous. You're the one in the Teletubbies
Well,
costume.
that's where we're at.
Oh, wow. Got him.
Wow, this
Wow,
thing is
that was
being
good.
very glitchy.
That's
today.
fine. I'm making our
Here we go.
reservations.
Oh.
There we go.
Wow, those really look like.
Putting little
Night.
walnuts in the little mochi.
It is cute.
Are you kidding me?
Very
Kara? Those
cute.
are obviously cashews.
Oh, sorry. Cashews.
That's disrespectful.
My bad.
Disrespectful to
Cashews.
cat. to
My
walnuts.
bad.
God. I'm calling Mr. Walnut. I'm telling him that
Here's the
Mr.
way
Cashew
no one
is
else is
pissed.
paddling. So intense.
That is all.
Super intense.
You ever do those things at Disneyland?
Never.
So stupid. Oh,
Oh,
This dog is going through some shit today.
It's true.
Cara breaking the swear.
you know.
I'm not bleeping it out.
You know, you know.
okay.
No,
Oh, this is a sound that is trending on TikTok right now.
All right.
Having a loft bed because it saves a lot of room.
Okay.
Having to pee in the middle of the night. That is a sound on TikTok right now.
Oh,
I'm so
man.
happy. I'm so sad. And then
I'm going to make a wild
this.
prediction.
What?
What's up?
I'm the only person in here that had a bunk bed.
Nope. Had him. My brother. We shared a room.
Really? Did
Yeah.
you share a room?
I did
Our whole
not.
lives until
I
we
did
moved
not.
out. Like when I was like 17 or 18.
I did not have a bunk
No
bed.
bunk bed?
Really?
No.
Were you?
Yep.
You give me top bunk vibes.
No, it's bottom bunk. So we had the ones that
You were
like
the youngest,
crossed
so-
adjacent. So I had like the little cave where it was like underneath half of it.
My
So I
brothers
a
had
little
bunk
cave
beds.
situation. My
I
brother's
Okay,
always
so-
I was a top bunk.
really,
Yeah.
So Megan
it's so much.
when
fun.
Megan came over,
Yeah,
she
it was
told
a
me
lot.
about. She was like, "Oh, the something about having no bones.
No bones.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like,
the pug.
I texted.
I was
I
like-
talked to John about this because I had no idea what it was.
I
had
told
to text a high
Megan,
schooler
I was like,
about
what
it.
do you mean?
It's a no
She was
bones
like,
day.
no bones day. You're not on the no bones side of TikTok. Today, when I opened my TikTok thing,
You saw the pug.
It
Same. I got
immediately
one
came up.
after we talked about it.
Yeah.
So
I had to text a
love
high
that.
schooler about
I
it.
love that little pug.
this came
It's
up
it's
today.
a Bones Day today.
Today is?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yesterday it was
For
too.
me.
Here we are.
It's been a good run.
Was a pug that could foresee if our day ahead was merry or believe every day all of TikTok asks, is it a Bones Day or no?
Hey.
Aw.
So cute for it, so if we look to you.
Oh,
So sad.
I love the guy because he's like, today's a bones day. You gotta treat yourself. You gotta get out
Get
there.
it?
It's a
Sad days,
13-year-old
though.
pug.
Yep.
My
When he-
friends had
when
a
he
pug that
passes
looked
away,
just
it'll
like
be
it.
really sad.
Oh
The
yeah.
internet will grieve together.
There was a
Probably.
pug that I knew that was 18 and it was named
Why do I gotta
Yoda.
bring it up?
Why?
Looked just like
Why?
Yoda.
yeah. It was
Tomorrow.
I'm a realist.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? Now tomorrow.
Oh, you
Well,
know
I
who's
did
not
that.
dead? The Queen.
Who's that?
Remember that guy on TikTok guessed like, oh, the
Oh,
Queen is
yes.
gonna die
I
on
sent
October
Cara this
18th.
TikTok.
But then on a TikTok today, someone said, of course the Queen wasn't gonna die on a Bones Day.
Wow, that is full circle.
so,
First time she's used a cane.
Fun
in
fact:
public.
Yeah.
my
Pretty
father
rough.
had a feud with the Queen's husband,
Oh my gosh.
The king.
Prince Philip.
Oh, Prince Philip.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He met him, right? or
He
something
met
like
him, and Prince Philip insulted my father to his face.
Whoa.
My dad was a news photographer, so he's
that?
taking
Prince Philip
pictures of
seems
him.
like he was a decent guy too.
Yeah, he had some issues. If you've seen The Crown,
No, he was not.
He-
Oh, he wasn't?
He was
I don't know.
terrible.
he's
I don't know
really
anything
not
about
great.
him.
He was always pissed that he wasn't going to be the king.
Yeah.
He was like always going to be
Always
Prince
gonna be
Philip.
Prince.
Little-
He kind of gave up his own seat in
He did it for
royalty to
love.
be.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it for profit, but
he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
he,
gotta watch that
He
show.
told my dad that he must not be very good at his job if he has to take more than one picture. My dad was like, "Okay."
Wow.
And ever since then, if you brought it up, I
Wow.
texted him the day he died,
Got
and
him.
I said, "Your nemesis died today, huh?" He goes, "Yeah." Good day.
Wow.
It's a bones day.
It's a Bones Day.
Wow.
Well, hopefully tomorrow's another bones day.
We'll see.
What a funny thing.
Let that dog
Isn't that
tell
funny?
us.
I love when the internet does stuff like that.
I
Like,
can't believe I haven't seen it till now.
Oh yeah.
he's a good little guy.
Cutie.
You guys hungry?
Oh
do it.
yeah.
Pretty hungry. Ready for some snake bites?
I want John to go dressed like that though.
I will not.
You said you would.
It's warm.
You
It's
said
very warm.
you said you
It's
would.
I'll wear
hot.
the headpiece, but not the body. It's too much.
Well, everyone, go out there,
Form your own opinions.
form your own freaking opinions. We'll see you next week on
What the
Podcast.